Hi everybody, welcome back to RoboCop Rogue City Part 6. I'm probably going through this a lot slower than most people, but I'm old. We'll let that slide. Enjoying it so far. If this is the first video of any of my videos you're seeing, I don't do walkthroughs, I don't do 100%, I don't do tips and tricks, I don't do speed runs. I just kind of play and catch some funny things on camera sometime. Now upload it because, why the hell not? It's kind of like your own personal time capsule, I think everybody should do it. At least once. Get something out there. But also to kind of emulate, you're hanging out at your buddy's place after school work, you're tired, you just want to either play games with them or, just sit down on the couch and, shoot some bullshit. Go back to those kinds of days. But yeah, I've been liking the game a lot. Their Terminator games are also great. Serious, dozens of times I'll say it. Get both games, they're great. It's a developer you want to support so far. We've seen plenty of developers kind of drop from grace, if you want to phrase it that way. But hold on a second, I gotta get my. I'm needing my glasses. I did 2 combat tours in Iraq without them. That's when they had those BCGs. I don't even have my headphones on right now. I'm just confident enough that the mic picks up the sound of my shrill, obnoxious voice. Oh. Which is fine. And that works. I've never been wanted to get a job in radio. That's kind of something. So here's a question for anyone. Past, well not past, but present or future who ends up watching this video. If age requirement is met, are you where you wanted to be? Are you doing what you wanted to do? I'm kind of curious. Post in the comments what you wanted to be. If you're not doing what you already wanted to do when you grew up, got older. However you want to phrase it. Me, I always wanted to be a veterinarian. And I did get to be a vet tech for about a year. Bless him, walked up right off the street with zero experience, no certifications, no training. I was making $6 an hour. Alright. And that was okay. Because, outside of when we'd have to, maybe put down a pet, whether it was a stray or someone's, family member, essentially. Really good job. And I gotta go use the toilet real quick. And I'll finish that thought. Oh. I turned the mic on. Okay. Did I never turn it off? That'd be interesting. Anyways. The vet tech job was, and at that point, that was what, like my 4th or 5th job? Yeah, around there, I think. The vet tech job is when I learned, guess what? You're allergic to cats and animal dander. And I was like, well, damn. I used to, and it didn't start that way, right? Like when I was first working there for a good bit of time, 0 issues, always been around dogs, always had dogs and cats in the family. And ended up, one day I just got hit by something. And next thing you know, people would bring in their, sorry if I'm not playing too well, because I'm trying to basically walk down the, figuratively speaking, street of my memory hole while walking down the streets of a movie, RoboCop Detroit. People would come in with their pets for, something routine or something, and I'd walk in with these big wads of just tissues just shoved up my nose, and I sounded like this. And short of the most, grievous of wounds. Always gotta laugh. People just, and not just a cold-hearted laugh. There was sympathy behind it, because it was miserable. So those dreams got dashed short. But yeah, I mean, before that, I did a little bit of cabinet work. Of course, did my 2 years, roughly. I think it was less than 2 years, but
not to mention illegal.
In Iraq with the Marine Corps. That was 3 years, 3 months, and 5 days.
I will not issue a ticket, but remember,
it's not how I would have answered it, so I kind of lied and cheated there.
Will take care of you.
Is that a threat?
Medical discharge. I mean, I don't think it's a big surprise. I'm sure we probably dig that stuff up out on the internet somewhere, somehow. I was a waiter for and that's another one, right? I was a waiter at a place I used to go to all the time called Nobusai. I knew the owners, got to know them because I'd frequent their place quite often, and they gave me a job. And that's when I learned after about 3 days, I am not waiter material. Outside of that, some in and odd jobs here that, excuse me, here and there. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing, to kind of circle back a bit. If you're not doing what you always wanted to as a kid, especially now if you're more well off than you were before, I know the fear of losing what you have, but hey, go for it. Go give it a try. Nothing says you can't go back to doing what you're doing. Life is very short. You seem like the other day we were hanging out at the mall, playing in the arcade, being hooligans at the mall, because, I mean, we were mostly harmless. We were like gremlins, basically. Me and my, basically they're my brothers. I've had 2 friends since 5th grade, and I still keep in touch with, and we hang out when we can. So, yeah, and the next thing I know, it's like, catches up to you. We gotta do it. Or even go dip your toes in it, whatever it is. Trust me, it'll pay off. You don't know if you're going to like it. You don't know how well you're going to do it, something unless you go do it. And failure should not be an obstacle. Like, really, you know, I said to...
Freaking OCP robots destroyed my car during that bank robbery.
I said it to someone. I said, do you know how boring my own life would have been if I did everything perfectly? If I did everything right? I mean, there's some things you want to get right, trust me. Don't do tobacco, don't drink to excess, trust me, don't do that. That's no bueno. You know, just moderation is key. The golden mean, Aristotle, kind of hits the point, even though I'm not a big Aristotle guy. But for the most part, don't be afraid to fail, because that just makes it more exciting. Like, it's a new challenge that you get presented with. It's another obstacle to overcome, you know. And without obstacles, you're just walking, you know.
Give me my money, you damn machine!
All right, that's enough.
Hey,
I guess
this
that
ADM won't give me my money.
no one's really listening to this
Can we
anyways,
do
but
something
I
about it?
try to impart some of my personal wisdom on the matters of life.
You're saving my life. Finally, I
See?
got something to buy a nuke with.
I saved his life. He's gonna go spend it on drugs, but hey. Yeah. And, you know, I think I'm certified to speak on this and about this like this because, I was president of the United States as an artist when I played the game of life, in Iraq on my second deployment. And by that I mean the game Life, you know, the board game. It was a weird game. Alright. So there's going to probably be a bit more commentary in this one. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go for. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but... these sections at least allow me to be a bit more willy-nilly with the talking, whereas, you know, the action sections I kind of have to focus a lot more. Again, because I'm not as I used to be. Punky. This car didn't I give this car a ticket the first time around? No. Look, this is something. Yeah, I'm not going to tolerate that, because seriously, come on. Why would you park in front of a fire hydrant of all things? I mean, I know sometimes illegally park, yeah, okay, that's whatever. Right? Especially like if you're going to a concert or something, but don't block a fire hydrant, because that's something that impacts everybody. Oh, look at that. I can actually see all the way over there that there's something green shiny. And that's why, again, I wish there was a button. Is there... You know what? Let me actually do this. Is there... something. I don't think so. For that left trigger. But actually, let's see what... So if I get slow motion, it's left bumper. Cycle fire mode is up. Skills. This is the first time I think I've really looked at this. Shockwave inventory. Inventory? Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
I want to drive a 6000 SUX.
Oh, is this what it
I'd
looks
buy
like?
that for $1.
Haha, you said the line. I think that's the first time we heard that line, huh? I think that's a good way to go about it. They probably could have just plastered everywhere, and it would have been funny the first 10 times, maybe even 20. But You gotta be careful. Oh, I haven't played a game of chess in years. No one around me really knows how to play it. Nor wants to really learn. Alright. I was going to go over there and check a bit more. The three-legged buddy of mine, Captain L. Loco. His full name is Loco Rowdy Rose. Rose like the flower. Because, kind of mumbled. Sometimes people think I'm saying Rose as an R-O-W-S. No knock against them, I know I kind of... talk a bit blah, 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 blah. I had an incident once in the Marine Corps when I was introduced to one of my buddy's wives at the time. And kept complaining. I'm bathing in city fountain. Hey. You know, I'm not going to knock that. Come on, seriously. That's fine.
Entering the fountain is strictly prohibited.
But I'm not even
There's
fully
much
in, just
bigger
my feet.
things.
You are free to go, but no one steps into the same fountain twice without a ticket.
I think I got it.
Anyways, my buddy told me after he introduced me to his wife, she told him, or actually she told me in front, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, what's going on? Mind you, if this seems disjointed, this happened, Jesus, this happened like 20 years ago now. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were a man. Every time
Waste of money, honey. Someone will steal it before you make a wish.
every time, you know, he kept saying, oh, Rose this and Rose that, I thought he was talking about a girl. So, yeah, that's something I had to deal with in the Marine Corps, which was fun. I mean, Gunny Burrell, one of the best people I ever worked for. Mad respect for the man. South African. Used to call me Rosarita. Rosie. So, yeah.
Attempts to reproduce the last
Taking good humor.
living
It's
platypus
like I'm
ended in
started to
failure
say,
after 2 remaining animals.
I'd rather have a sense of humor than a tumor. Haha. Maybe that'll catch on. Alright. Basically, all I'm doing right now is dicking around. I try to avoid the primary objectives in all games, so I kind of jump out of sequence sometimes. But I like to make sure I get everything in there before moving on, which is also why I'm playing kind of slow, because I kind of want to enjoy this rather than just kind of rush it to beat it and play it. It's also the approach I played when I played the when I went through their Terminator Resistance game, which is also very good. The DLC is some of the best DLC I've ever played. It's up there with a lot of my favorites. Like Mask of the Betrayer. That's also, I think that's my go-to one. For a little something different, you guys should probably look up Shadow Hearts. It's a great series, at least the first 2 games. The third one was okay, it just wasn't very Shadow Heartsy. Kind of missed a lot of the same beats and the same boat. Catch my drift. That guy just popped in. I have some reservations about the, I mean, I like Mike Judge, but a new King of the Hill, I get what he's going for. Hopefully it ends up good. It is Mike Judge, so I tend to give him the benefit of the doubt. He had that, what was it, he had that one show I didn't think was too terrible. honestly. I mean, it wasn't as good as King of the Hill, but where it was like, instead of a conservative family in Texas, it was like a liberal family or a Democrat family, and it was didn't last long. I think it lasted maybe a season. It was based on the, was it the teacher from Beavis and Butthead? Well, not the actual teacher, but like the character model and everything. Kind of like how Hank Hill was Beavis and Butthead's neighbor. Whoa, those boys ain't right. It's funny having a one-sided conversation, though. Like, have to create like a fake person to and having a conversation with. But, you know, again, back in the day, they used to write it down. That's where we get a lot of books and philosophy from, you know. Now we can do recordings, which I think's great. I think more people should take advantage of it. Because if you don't, if you got an idea and you just keep it locked up in your head, how do you expect anyone to hear it? Also, everyone's dumb, so I know that's kind of a barrier for a lot. I don't want to come off as stupid. Let me let you in on a little secret.
Screw Delta City. OCP is gonna throw us out of here to start construction.
Yeah, let them try.
Everybody's dumb. That's what it means to be human. I contest the stance that it's being rational. I think human stupidity is the key feature to being human. And some of the greatest achievements in humanity has come because of our stupidity. I mean, like Jackass. Laughter is truly an amazing medicine, healing tool, character, personal growth. You know, I think a lot of people have forgotten how to laugh in this world. They're just way too quick to want to just go to fisticuffs, which I mean, yeah, back in my youth, that. Oh. What's going on over here? Just walk away. It is a dead-end alley.
Problem. The lady said no.
You're right. That is what she said, officer. I've got to check my hearing aid.
That's true.
Thank
When
you, Robo.
RoboCop walks
That
up,
guy
you
was
ain't saying
giving me
shit.
treats.
Alright. How many more do I need for... See, it's not even tracking that one quest anymore about, like, getting X amount of stolen goods. Police work, right? I thought you got police work on everyone. Maybe that was the police work. I'll have to look next time I pick up something. What we got? I don't like your shirt.
You are
Never been a fan of
active
stripes.
vandalism.
Yeah. Did the guy from the poster send you?
Compliance with the law has no political affiliation. I will not issue a ticket at this time. But remember, dreams are difficult to build and easy to destroy.
You know nothing about politics. But thanks anyway.
Yeah, I got side with that guy. Crime evidence. Okay, so now we can, because that should count towards police work. Yeah, see, it's not tracking. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a bug or a feature, because maybe I've been through this area before, so that it's not a requirement. I don't know.
They're opening Delta City in a few weeks. Those people will need to clean their suits somewhere, and then the money will come pouring in.
You sound like a South Park character. And I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, look at that wallpaper. kind of digging it. It's the Saints, right? Saints Row 2 is a good game. I went back and tried playing through them all. 2's good. Never got to play 1 because I think it was an Xbox thing. 3 was fine, and I was enjoying it pretty much okay until ended up. I was playing the game and it got a power outage, and something that hasn't happened in a long time happened, and it erased all of my save data. And at that point, I was like 18 hours in, or like 14 hours in, or something. And I was just like, nah. So I decided to jump into 4, and I played maybe an hour or 4 before I was like, nah, it just doesn't hit the same, you know? Saints Row 2 just hits that balance of, like, humor with seriousness. I kind of appreciate a lot. Also, I kind of wish you could use some of your abilities here, like the dash would help.
I'm just telling you, if they elect Kuzak, the guy will ruin the city for good.
Okay. Thank you for your view on the subject. I believe it's going to be a case of it doesn't matter which one gets elected, they're both going to be douche. It's not a South Park thing with the difference between a shit sandwich and a douche or whatever. They're just both shit sandwiches. This is where we did that whole car quest thing. Not police quest, which, yeah. Something I was thinking about, and I'd been thinking about since Payday 2, and what is that, gangsta? Oh, see, now some stuff's actually popping up in here. And there's another gang stash all the way down there. That was not popping up before. So maybe the skills only activate when they want to, because I've had deduction max for a while. Anyways, something I was thinking about Payday since Payday 2. And, well, all things considered with how things are going with Payday 3, I don't expect it, but what they should have done is they should have created special cop characters that were based on other properties, kind of like what Dead by Daylight does, right? So, like, you could have had instead of just like tasers and bulldozers and stuff being spawned, you could maybe get a John McClane character spawn in.
I heard OCP is broke.
What, are you afraid you'll lose money on your stocks?
You could have had a RoboCop character kind of pop in, you know, to kind of add like mini bosses essentially. That's a free idea for Payday 4, or I guess DLC milking for Payday 3. If I didn't like a lot of the stuff that they changed for Payday 3, so loved Payday 1. Payday 2 was good too. Oh, also, some free advice for anyone. Pick up an instrument. Learn acoustic guitar. It's cheap. It's easy to learn. It's easy to pick up, to learn a couple chords and play some stuff. And it means that you always have something to do instead of maybe looking at your phone when you're out and about, you know? I mean, I guess.
Why RoboCop supports Kuzak. I hear he's gonna turn Robo off when he wins.
Probably. I could understand maybe it'd be annoying if everyone played acoustic guitars out in public, but you just need something to do. It's better than scrolling on your phone. Unless you're watching my videos, then please scroll away. I still need to figure out playlists and stuff, man. I'm so technologically inept.
I am so high, I can see RoboCop.
I would like to see them, is it Taeon? Okay, so it's marking the old stash, but stash isn't there anymore, so I don't need to go down to that one stash in there. I know I'm like a broken record with this, but I would like to see them. I don't mind this hub-based kind of game. I would like to see the areas be opened up a bit more, and I'd like to see them do a Judge Dredd game. Just to be able to explore it, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool, as the kids say, I think. I think the kids say that. Does it still say cool, like Kewl? Or did they never say that? I can't remember. Alright, hold on a second, folks. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, sorry about that. Just had to take a moment. Yeah, let's check in on this garage. Maybe there's something. Those batteries, I couldn't do anything with. That angers me. Alright, so I did a little bit of cheating. I kind of looked ahead just to see. Once a mechanic, dear Ben, being a mentor for Scott will help him rebuild his confidence and overcome the employment barrier, which is very common among convicted juveniles. For your kindness and commitment, please accept this Guiding Angel Award. You should be proud. Sarah Kavanaugh, Program Coordinator. Oh, hey, that helps. There's still a lot of chunk left to this game. I've been playing really, really slowly. Well, let's do it right. See how that works. I was gonna do armor, but I don't know. Let's see. I was thinking of all the tabletop miniature games I got and I play. It's kind of... I think miniatures have kind of hit this stagnation period. I used to play Malifaux. Second edition was what I liked a lot. First was alright. Third I didn't care for. Didn't like it. Don't like it. Infinity's still a good game. Monster Apocalypse is good. Even though if I prefer the older pre-painted and everything models.
They say that if Bills wins, we'll all get an apartment in Delta City.
Oh, that's nice.
Screw that. I'm homeless by choice.
So this makes me think and feel that the public trust kind of works like Infamous. Bushido, Marvel Crisis Protocol is pretty fun. I like the Batman miniature game. If anything, just because it lets me dope around one of my favorite villains, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, I mean, just like look at Games Workshop. Look what happened to Privateer Press with War Machine and boards. I don't know. I'd like to see a little bit more creativity coming out of places, you know. No life film, buddy. Okay, why are these highlighted, but are they not interactable? Maybe it's tied to like a quest.
I'm sure I'm in the right place, but I can't see my FTO anywhere. Could I have his name, please?
Sure thing. It's Officer Rock. He should be one of the dumpsters. The only place he belongs. You catch my drift.
They're still giving this guy a rough time.
So much for my field training.
Like, he genuinely seems like he wants to help. Look, I know what a real dirtbag is like, right? This kid doesn't seem like one of them. Alright. They're just watching, huh?
Officer Washington, I will be your field trainer for today.
I've actually been working on, for many years at this point, miniature war game myself. Intellectual property, more or less.
Ask yourself, do I have the will to clean the streets of Detroit of unrighteous individuals?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do. Officer Washington reporting for field training.
Good, you have your body armor on. Well done.
Did
What
you
about
get
the
your
rest of
service
gear?
pistol replaced?
Service pistol?
Got it.
Spare ammunition?
Check.
Duty light?
Never part with it.
Good job. Preparation is the most important. So is
It's
knowing
true.
your surroundings.
Very much
Are
so.
you familiar with this area?
Isn't this the part of the city where it gets really busy like all the time? I think that answers my question.
Oh, great.
Set the radio to my channel and follow me.
Let's do this.
Roger that.
An officer needs to be confident. Straight back, sturdy walk, together with a clear and unshaking voice.
Kind of easy to say that when you're basically a Tin Man. Who was always my favorite from Wizard of Oz.
Officers, thank God you're here. I really need your help. happened is...
When responding to a request for aid, the first thing is to introduce yourself to the potential victim. Watch and learn.
Oh, come on.
I am Officer Murphy. How do you do?
No, you don't.
Well, to tell
I
you
mean,
the truth...
The second thing is to reassure the victim of their
I
safety.
get he's
Madam,
training
you
him
don't
up,
need
but
to be afraid anymore.
it's better for him
I'm
to
here to help you.
observe and do it himself,
But it's not about
and then be
me.
corrected afterwards.
Third
Right?
thing is
I'm quite familiar with the field training manuals, so if you don't mind, I'll take over. Ma'am, could you please tell us what happened?
It's my cat, Fortune. He's missing.
Oh,
Fortune is my biggest treasure.
anything. I've got a soft spot for furry friends, scaly friends, feathered, well, less so feathered friends.
The only place I
Got
can think
pecked
of
by a
is
bird.
the basement.
Blue jay.
I've also heard some
Tried to save the
rumors coming
baby.
from
The
downstairs
mama did
today,
not
but
appreciate it.
The lights aren't working and
Came down, took a chunk out of my
eyesight's
soul.
not so good anymore.
Is it okay for us to investigate the basement?
yes, it makes an
I have a
excellent
soft spot for
opportunity
animals.
low-light training. Let us proceed downstairs.
Good luck down there. The cat has that name for a reason. He really brings fortune. So don't you come back without
Turn
him.
your flashlight on.
Can I look at this first? Maintenance logbook. The door number on apartment 6 needs a fixing as it turns upside down. The occupier is constantly complaining about being bothered by guests of the tenant from apartment number 9.
Right.
Duty light can be advantageous, but it can also be a liability. Keeping it close to you creates
Well,
a
yeah.
clear target for the violators. It is good practice to hold the duty light away from your body.
I don't remember reading that in the field manual. Did you get it from a different book?
No, from experience.
Yeah, because you don't want the light to be basically a target. When you're in a situation where guns may be pointed at you. Because that's an easily identifiable marker.
Clear.
But yeah, I've been working on a tabletop miniature game for more years than I probably should be. Not really getting too far, but getting there slowly.
Hey, I think I just saw the cat. You think I should try to remove these planks?
Go ahead.
Yep, let him do it. Practice, right? I'm one of those that always learned better by doing. By,
I didn't know I
again,
had so much strength in me.
making
You
mistakes.
will never know until you try.
Exactly, right? That's what I was saying. I also have a
What was that?
tendency to over-explain. Cat carrier. No traces. No animal trace. Really? In a cat carrier, there's no animal trace. Oh, and I'm scanning everything even though I know it's probably not. Because you get
Man,
experience
I walked
points.
into a mess. And now my shoes are covered in strawberry jam.
When chasing a suspect, do not rush head first. Take blind corners as wide as possible. Cuts down on being surprised.
That's correct. When I was doing a lot of house clearing and stuff in Iraq, you'd pie around, okay? Like a pie. Alright? And then there's button hooking and all this other
The
jazz
fugitive
that
has
you
left
would
the
do.
trail. This time, pace yourself.
Fearless cat
Do
is-
not get out of breath during a foot pursuit. You will need stamina
Like
to
little
engage the
paw
fugitive
prints.
later.
Pop, 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 pop,
Looks
pop,
like he
pop,
stopped
pop,
by the
pop.
spilled paint can.
Suspect might be intoxicated.
Oh
I used to
no,
know these kids who gave their cat stomach medicine to make it loopy.
that ain't
Is
cool.
there a moral to that story?
Yeah, don't.
Cats are susceptible to substance misuse.
Yes. They trust you.
I heard something.
There's no reason to
Think it's
abuse
coming
that
from the
trust.
piano. That cat must be hiding inside. Let me lure it out.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't I let him do it? That's kind of a weird... Oh, don't do that.
There it is. It's escaping. Darn it.
Yes, startling a cat with loud noises is usually what happens.
It went through here, but that's a very narrow passage. Let's try the door.
Are you kidding? I'm RoboCop. I'll just walk through the wall. That makes me wonder. I'm sure there's been some like sciencey episodes somewhere, you know, like a Mythbusters thing. What amount of force can RoboCop walk through these types of walls? I don't know.
It's locked, but I can try to squeeze through that gap.
Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna get this kid killed.
Okay, here I go. It's actually not as bad as I thought. Cool.
Maybe
Now,
I'll go
let me
into
get that
depth on my some of my projects that I've started, but I probably won't be able to complete. Because then maybe someone will be able to do something with it, and that's better than it just sitting, languishing, and or even getting forgotten and left behind, you know. It seems like the garbage people are.
I'm afraid this time it's a one-way street, Mr. Cat. But where are you hiding?
Gee, I wonder. I am standing right in front of the door, so.
There he is. Oh gosh, Fortune. You look a mess. Think he's alright?
The cat is fine. Take it back to its owner. I will clean up any remaining mess.
Outside of the scare you gave at the piano. Alright. A nice little goodwill romp through Detroit, helping the old lady find her cat. Okay, that's not. Yeah, that is that. Okay. I was gonna say that's is that the one that I have uploaded? Maybe. Can you punch that? No. You can shoot it, but you can't punch it. Alright. Reach, I guess.
It's Washington. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. What is your status?
You got a problem. I'm on the second floor. Have a visual of multiple armed suspects entering our location. Most of them are heading your way, but I can hear some coming up the stairs.
Yeah, I found some of them.
Take your time and find the most advantageous location.
Got it.
Officer Washington,
Sir.
keep cool. I am coming after your back.
Glad to hear that, sir.
This reminds me of level design of their Terminator game. I know it seems common sense, but can't tell you how good that game is any more than I already have.
I don't think I can hold him off for much longer, sir. We're in, pig. Nope. Ah!
What is your status? Remain calm. I am here.
Wasn't there another? No, I guess that was just like a marker. What are they doing in, this is Briggs, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is Briggs' place. There's Savvy's lottery draws. The wing numbers are 9, 19, 29, 39, 49, 59. Alright. Hope somebody won. Oh, there you are.
That was tense. I need a breather.
I guess we'll talk to him. And then do
Officer
the...
Washington, your performance today was impressive.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot.
That's a good bit of blood, though. You should probably get medical
You
attention.
will be fine. It is only a superficial.
And I guess that's fair.
See, I told you that cat brings luck. Isn't this just wonderful?
Could have sworn this was Briggs's apartment. No, it's not. Never mind. Return to the streets from whence you came, RoboCop. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. I don't think there's anything else. Hooray. We helped Washington get some experience under his belt. Alright, let's talk to these two chuckleheads.
Hey, Robo! Do the robot dance!
Watch and learn, young man.
That is a very bad Robo dance. You want to see a good one? Watch Major Payne. Oh, the Wayans brothers are great, man. You alright? Chilling? You don't seem too good. And what's this? Parking. Okay. Issue a ticket because I don't see evidence of clock or anything anywhere, so turn on the radio. You never know.
City Hall is the decaying symbol of mismanagement and corruption.
Alright, yeah.
Detroit deserves a fresh start. And the only way to achieve that is to take the city right. Delta City, for our children.
Is that true? Mary has to close a restaurant?
That sucks.
2 words. Delta City.
They say we're in a record-breaking recession, but people are throwing away things that still work.
Hey, if it works, man.
Ugh, all they're playing are sequels. I hate sequels. Why didn't you come up with something original?
It sounds like me. Wait, you call them film snobs? Come on. Seriously? Really, we need original. It's not hard to come up with original stuff. Hollywood, I've got literally dozens of ideas that would make you billions. Billions of dollars. I can poop out. I can come up. I could come up with 8 movies just sitting on the toilet. And that would be different and unique and original enough to be still be entertaining. You just gotta put a little effort out there, man. TJ Laser and Project Doom. And okay, I think I kind of got sidetracked with some of this stuff here. This is kind of a loop I did. I think I went in here, opened this up, and yeah, I didn't see anything. So yeah, hold on. Screw it. Alright. Sorry about that, everyone. Let's see what's up here. Alright. Here we go. We got collecting stuff, maybe? Oh. You're throwing stuff away. Why are you throwing it away on the roof?
Is against the law.
It's an act of revenge.
Okay.
I was loyal and she betrayed me.
Oh.
Trouble in a relationship is no excuse for littering.
I mean, what'd you do?
I mean my boss. She fired me after all these years, so I'm spreading confidential papers. Let everyone know the fraud her company is up to.
I'll issue a warning, but yeah, in the future you should have done it while you were still working there. Otherwise, it makes you look like a wimp.
Forgiveness requires strength.
Yeah, sure. Have it your way.
Yeah, but I mean, depends on what they were doing. Like, well, what were they hiding? That sweet experience. I don't know what that is now. Like, extended investigation vision range. Does that mean I can see things from further away, I'm assuming? Alright. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I appreciate the environment here. Even if it is kind of just repeating another section we've already visited. It's still good. That's a fountain. Yeah, I know I'm double, triple, quadruple going through the same areas, but that's just how it goes. Alright. Nothing.
If Mills wins, we'll all be homeless.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Not a big corporate guy. Corporations. Tattoos. Tattoo. I think that was an Electro villain, right, in that movie? Also reminds me of an anime my brother used to watch. I caught a couple. I think I watched a series with him actually, but it was Speed Grapher. I don't know if it was a manga first. It was alright. There's a guy with tattoos in that, if I remember, that could like make him come alive. And then one guy who could smell really good and then turns into a werewolf.
The Mills guy's just another suit. Nothing about ordinary people.
Yeah, I don't think Cusack does either, though. Most politicians are disconnected from regular people.
She was looking straight at me, like I was the only man on the planet.
At the arcade? Because this ain't no strip club. Oh, they closed it off. Because of the incident in there. Oh, that's that terrorist thing, huh? Thing Becker wants me to go look at. I think that's about it. I think I've covered everything else. Except that. But I think that's closed off again, isn't it? No, I did check down there. That's right. Alright.
I hate the day shift.
Me too. It's gonna be the store owner I helped. Just gotta dig the trash. Oh, maybe some up here. Did I miss this the other time? I feel like I didn't go up here. No, I did. I went up here. Not this time, but I did go up here last time.
What do you mean, $1? It's $23.50.
Okay. Okay, they did it twice. Ditto-ritos. I would eat those. It's possible to eat just one. Alright, so that's like a mixture of Doritos and Pringles, right? Once you pop, the fun don't stop. I don't even know if they use that anymore as a slogan or... Hey champ, what's up? I'll go check. See if that gate's open real quick, and then if it isn't, I'll go do the yeah, I did go down there. Alright. And gas station's closed off too. I think it was, yeah, here. And then I think that's it. Okay. Alright, and I promise I'm trying to get through this in a reasonable manner. Dear cat helper. Dear cat helper, stop feeding the cats in the basement. They shit all over the place. Yeah, they can. I mean, with proper training. I mean, cats are smart. You know, you just got to put the effort and time into doing it, even for strays.
Daddy, what was that?
Go back to your room, sweetheart. It's just someone on the staircase.
That's a nice little setup there. Yeah, War Machine and Hordes. I used to play that tabletop game. Scorn, Circle of Ouroboros, for Hordes. And then for War Machine, I played the Crix, Cephalix, and what was the other one? Oh, Menoth, I think. I think they were called Menoth. The Holy Roller religious zealot types. Kind of dug that little motif. Open door. Breach. Area of investigation. Alright, so it makes it bigger, I guess. I don't know what that does. Sleeping gas turd. Okay. Wonder if you could get by without triggering it. Alright, pizza. Irrelevant to the case. New chip. We'll give it a look, see what it does. Change board. We're at 3.3. I think this is a new one. Full auto laser focus for increases critical hits. Increases line 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, kind of like this. The automatic feeder. Again, I wish you could... There was like a thing where you could... make your own chip. Then again, I guess everyone would just stack those yellow abilities as much as they could, huh? Sticky note this week. Storage bill, pick up cat food, take the fishmonger statement. Alright. Yeah. Dig it. Can you dig it? Yeah, I'll watch that again. I might watch that today. Also gotta finish reading those Go Truck and Felix books. Loose floorboard? Oh. No, a whole frickin' shelf. Bruh. He did not need 2 hands. Rental invoice. Storage unit, number 17, Detroit, Michigan, 3 months, 210. Okay. Oh, training disc. More than happy to take that. Fake ID. Alright. I think that's everything.
So OCP is ordering you to break into the apartment of a reporter they don't like? Any comment before I write a story on that?
I am here to investigate domestic terrorism.
OCP sent you to my safe house because they want to know what I have on them after the bank incident.
I assume there is more if you cannot store everything here.
Mm-hmm.
I found a rental bill for a locker in a store.
That's a huge ass phone.
Make up your mind. First you let me go at the bank, and now, when I'm actually starting to figure out what the OCP scam is all about, you show up and ruin this.
How'd I ruin
Do you
anything?
want to help OCP avoid liability?
Your evidence is invalid if you obtained it illegally.
I don't collect it for the court. I won't win against OCP there. It turns out I was right. That thing that OCP plans to do with charging residents of Old Detroit with additional costs, it is illegal. It will lead to the illegal expulsion of thousands of people if you help OCP silence me.
Explain.
Not so fast. I need to be able to trust you first.
I've let you go.
Thank you. Prove that you are more than just a tool programmed to obey OCP, but
What is it that you expect?
Since you're
Steak.
here, I fully expect someone from OCP to go and check my locker. I need to protect what's inside, but there's a meeting I need to keep an eye on. Too much depends on it.
I will not be involved in the smuggling of contraband.
There's nothing illegal about my request. I need only one box from there. The one with the inscription Bakery on the corner. The rest you can leave to OCP to pick up. I need to spring clean my out-of-date documents anyway. Call me once you secure the box.
Jeez, man, they're giving RoboCop the runaround. Why would you have your own apartment rigged up for sleeping gas? I guess someone has problems going to sleep. Alright, I'm gonna turn on the sleeping gas tonight. Alright. Where am I going? Go to the storage facility, yeah, but which one? I mean, there's a storage facility there, and wasn't there one around here? Unless it's like a separate area. I hope it's not. Well, no, because see, yeah. Alright, it's not showing up on the, no, now it shows up on the map.
Man, it's RoboCop.
So what? Just sitting here, enjoying the moment, nothing suspicious, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Shouldn't we give the fellas the signal?
Oh.
We should just shut up and smile like the exemplary citizens that we are.
What we got here? This is blocked off. So, nothing so far.
Are you lost, officer? I can show you the exit. If you want.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. Alright, might be something here. Go around. Picking up an evidence and bringing it back. Dun dun. Picking up some evidence and bringing it back.
Trouble with the lock.
Seems that I forgot the key, but
You will tell your story at the station.
Are you sure you have enough seats in your car to take us all?
Really? At this point, I don't know why they just don't book it as soon as they see
Do
it.
not come quietly. I will not need any.
You think you can take us? Bastard, shot him! Get behind him!
Who's shooting? Oh. Oh, I think scam range does do that, doesn't it? Where's that? I thought I had an armor ability, right? It says reduce for a short time, shield. How do I do the shield? Ah. Okay, you tap it. Okay, I could have done that a lot better, but... Anything in here? That was lazy. Also learned how to use the shield, though. That's nice. It's helpful. Alright, I think that's it, right? Yeah. Return to the streets from whence you came, RoboCop. Gee, that doesn't look suspicious. They're gonna be Dingus McChungus's dudes. I can go all the way over. Okay, I couldn't go all the way over here, so. If that's a permanent thing, I might go to that one. I mean, with that one, the instant scanner is basically what I would be aiming for.
Well, well, well. Looks like Mr. Becker was
That kind of looks like
We're up to
Washington.
something behind his back. These things are supposed to go to Mr. Becker, I reckon.
What will interest Becker is in locker number 17. The contents of this box are none of OCP's concern.
I'll have to tell Mr. Becker that you have not given us all the material.
I assure you that it will end up worse for you than for me.
That is true. That is true. How about you? That is true. Where'd the other guy? Oh, there he is. Gigantic payphone again. We'll look at Muscle Cat.
So I'm guessing you have my stuff. Did OCP arrive at the party?
They tracked my location.
Because they trust you so much. Speaking of which, the box. Well, what if I lied about it? Did you ever think of that? There may be a bomb inside, or the head of my sworn enemy. Do you want to know what's inside?
No. The sound of your voice does not indicate that you are lying.
Just don't depend on your lie detector when you talk to politicians. In the box are my personal belongings. Letters, memorabilia, things that actually matter to me. When you become too tough to hit directly, the scum will try to...
Oh, Jesus. Just thank me for it. Or RoboCop for it. Just say thank you. I appreciate that you respect it enough to blah, 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 blah. God, she's obnoxious. Oh, child abduction alert, huh?
Ronnie's grocery. Leave the box there.
Lake County child abduction alert. Oh, here's Muscle Cat. Look at that arm. Look at that weird muscle arm. Yeah, weird-eyed cat. God. It's bigger than their hind legs. That's kind of an oddity. I think I said it before. It's like the Chris Redfield of fucking cats. Hey, Ron.
I have Samantha's belongings.
Yes, I'm glad you're helping her. Without that girl, OCP would put us all on the street. Still might. They did a number on a lot of families, hers included. Samantha's mother took it worst. But that's not a story for me to tell. Anyway,
that's a
leave
story
the
for
box
another time.
Next to the cat food. She's supposed to pick up everything tomorrow.
Yeah, she better damn well appreciate that. Why would I check the box? Should I check the box? Yep. You're accusing me of because they wanted to, but I don't believe them. Honestly, we understand that me and Yosef is one of the same reactions, well, but others understand too. So don't let them silence you. Someone speak out on behalf of someone stand up against them. I checked the box because it's the least she could do. Since I had to go through all that crap to get it, including getting shot at by a group of hooligans. So, if she's that upset about it, then well, she can go blow it out a blowhole. Alright. I think I covered everything because these are, yes, they're gang stashes, but they're stashes I already did. I got about another, what, 40 minutes or so? Yeah. Alright. I like seeing it in the daytime, too. This is kind of like the ideal weather I like. I just wish it was raining. That overcasted, gray sky with light rain. Oh, chef's kiss. My dream home was always like, Dracula's castle. Cobwebs and all. When I talk about Dracula, I'm talking Universal Dracula, with a graveyard out front and a long road that winds up to it. Inside would be, to use the bathroom, we'd have to collect like chess pieces and then move books around and put them in, use them as keys and go all Resident Evil on it. Re-elect me. Because I look angry. Life's too short to always be angry. Alright. What we got going on over here? We're gonna look around. I haven't been here before. Ooh, can you believe I used to sing in bands? I don't sound like it, but it used to be rock, metal, Beach Boys type music. Meet with the old man.
The old man is waiting for you upstairs.
Is
This
he?
entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the staircase.
Oh, jeez. I was actually talking about that a couple videos ago. Like, I just imagine RoboCop's trying to use like a ladder and try and like, I don't know, get leaves out of the gutter. And he takes that first step on the ladder and he just like crushes all the way down. He's so depressed. Depressed RoboCop. Oh, I'm depressed. RoboCop. Pop, pop.
The old man's waiting. So,
Yeah.
it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Wait, what? Why would you say that? What gives it away? I mean, there was an incident at the hospital, and before that there was an incident or two, but for the most part, I don't think there's been anything that shows he's having problems.
It's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private.
Alright, old man.
You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state.
You say to the man who died and his brain and face was encased into a metal tomb, like he's a fucking Space Marine dreadnought.
And the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment. Or what's left of it.
Judge Dredd versus RoboCop. Who would win? Well, I'm gonna tell you straight up. You're wrong, Death Battle, if you think RoboCop's got a chance. Judge Dredd stomps just about everything.
What do you think is just an old fool's pipe dream?
My purpose is to fight crime, not make statements.
No, of course not. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things.
You kidding? It's a natural part of life.
Everything you worked for your entire life. But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder. Has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
You cannot complain about the life that was granted to you.
That's very humble of you.
That's true. You just gotta make the best of it. For the people you care about.
I'm aware of your instability problems. And it's not a matter that we can overlook.
I like how he kind of looks like the guy from the first movie.
Look after you.
Can't remember the second movie guy. I don't think he was as old.
Finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche.
I am happy to comply with any activity that improves effectiveness.
You're a good sport.
He appreciated
I
that.
imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you want. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
She's getting medical attention.
My fellow officers worry about OCP's intention regarding their work.
Really? I'll have a word with Becker. Perhaps some new equipment will boost their morale.
It would be appreciated.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. argue with them.
Sure you can. I wonder
Take
what
care
picking
of
the Lewis
yourself.
one would have been.
After all, the peace of Detroit depends
And
on
see,
your well-being.
that is probably one of the biggest qualms. Like, what's the reload point? Is he gonna be here? Or right before I talk to him? I think this is... What? Let's go back to this one then. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't set us too far back. It looked like it was about 7 minutes. Okay, well, it looks like we got that storage facility, but you guys really want to see me go through all that again? Oh, no. I already completed that, right? I wish there was a better way to cycle through this and find out what it was. Alright, let's do this walk of shame, I guess, because it looks like I did it. Well, let's find out. Let's do this. Let's load here. This is why I wish there was like a manual save. And if I look here and see, it's not there anymore. $226. $226. Alright, we'll do the walk of shame. It looks like it was completed. So we'll do the walk of shame. We'll see what St. Louis does. Just because I'm curious. I mean, I could always look it up. I'm trying not to do that. I don't remember there being anything else. Well, the good news is I can kind of skip through most of the dialogue since we already did that. Alright, you're gonna tell me to go upstairs.
Hey, you.
See the old man.
The old man is waiting for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
upstairs. This entrance to the building is on.
There's nothing to pick up from what I
The
remember.
old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say.
Nah.
You do have some kind of defect.
Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Skip.
You did accept. See, it used to be a thriving, always a new.
I agree with all city.
Glad to Delta City decay, but I agree.
You can't.
That's very real. I know that's what.
I am.
You're hacking a map. I'm sure
That is
now.
My partner has been severely...
I'll make sure she gets it.
Thank you.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope. Now, excuse me. Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
Does it? Well, we'll stick with that then.
Holy shit! What was that?
RoboCop. Not such a piece of junk after all.
Look at him go. Can I go in here now? No. Okay. Return to the streets.
With the old man's tea party, remember to get back in touch with your informant. See if he has any info that can get us back off the biker's lead. Spike's still out there.
OCP wants to raise towers of glass and steel? Go ahead. Just not where we live.
I wonder if there's supposed to be more music, but because I put that streamer mode on, it took some of it off. I tell you, copyright laws are some of the goofiest crap in the world. I mean, I can understand it when it's protecting maybe a small creator or something, but like music, man, that's the big thing that always grinds my gears. Music should be for everybody. Doesn't matter what genre. Mr. Pickles.
It's getting so cold. Luckily, the previous owner didn't need this jacket anymore. And it has no bullet holes.
There should have been a Terminator poster.
Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
The longer you stick to a path, the harder it gets to abandon it.
That is true.
Amen to that. Now, tell me, what's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, and maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to see if they know anything.
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel and Gale.
Good on you,
I
Pickles.
think
Best
everyone
character
will
in
sleep
this
better
game.
once those butchers are taken care of.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe he could help.
Are you positive that he escaped on the damaged motorcycle?
Not so much on it as with it. From what I gathered, the bike suffered more than just a dent.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm guessing he must have dragged it to some nearby mechanic to get it back in shape. I think Ben's shop is the closest.
Thank you. You have given me all I need.
I know you're busy, but there's something that I need your help with.
I will not be involved in any illegal activity.
That's very presumptuous of you. I just need help finding a VHS tape in the rental place across the street.
Okay.
The title slipped my mind, and I assume you've got like a database or something in your head that'll make
sure.
looking for it a breeze. So what do you say? Will you help me look for it?
If it helps you stay out of trouble, let us proceed.
Yeah.
It'll solve all my problems. Let's go.
Better not be a front, bro.
What are you looking for?
So there's this movie about a guy with a gun, and there's this bad guy who wants something. I'm pretty sure the title has some biblical reference in it.
You lack vital information on the subject.
Seriously, that's not a lot to go on. Especially for a movie I'm presuming isn't going to be a real movie, so tapes. Good old videotapes. VHS. Beta. And Betamax.
Okay, let's start searching.
And
Remember,
VHS.
the title has something to do with the Bible, saints, cosmos, or whatever. Let's start by checking the thriller and drama sections.
Should we ask the owner?
Forget him. He has no idea about movies. He thinks that Salamanca deserved the Golden Piston for the Best Picture.
I heard that. And it did.
What do we got? Disfingered 2. At Cubers. Proxy 2. Land of Madness. Hide or Die. This is in the comedy section, mind you. And again, I'm kind of doing that to get the experience for scanning stuff, or that's my section. Like me a good bad horror movie. Don't mind me. I'm just RoboCop and I go where I want. Let's talk to this guy then.
Excuse me, we are conducting an investigation.
You can investigate the case of several tapes being overdue. Your main suspect is your friend over there.
Oh man, did he call us friends? Nice.
Is that why you didn't want me to talk to him? What? No anime section? What are you doing? I like how they have arrows on the floor. Oh.
Garden of Earthly Delights.
Oh man, great movie. Very elegant. Panned by the critics though. But the director is a badass. He personally showed up to one of those ceremonies to accept the award for the worst movie of the year.
We do not need to bow to outside pressure.
Easier said than done, my man.
Diamonds are made under great pressure.
Wait, you think there's a diamond within me? Do you see my shine? I'm just messing with you. That was truly inspirational. Let's get back to it, because that's not our tape.
Yeah, see, I don't know if, like, the abilities don't seem to be triggering quite right.
Kind Shepherd.
Love that one. You know, that movie could have never happened. The director threw out the script after reading a couple of pages. Thankfully, his wife picked it out of the trash, and after reading it, she forced her husband to give it another look.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Do we? I'm not so sure about that.
Alex Murphy was given a second chance.
But I mean, you really deserved it. Which is something I couldn't say about a lot of people. Anyway, I don't want to spoil the mood, but that's not the tape we're looking for.
Nothing in thriller or drama.
Okay, how about you check in the sci-fi and action section? I'll have a look at horror.
No, I want to look at horror. Is that it for scanning, I guess?
Celestial Decay.
Classic. Still waiting for a sequel, but the guy who did that one has never made a part 2 in his career. But he said that if he ever did, he'd do a sequel to that one. How do you feel about that? Sequels, remakes, comic book adaptations, etc.
They tend to become imitations of themselves.
Hard to argue with that. There's been a lot of stinkers. Anyway, risking to sound like a broken record. That's not the tape we're looking for.
Is he a Jedi? This is not the tape you are looking for. Come to Beavis.
Eve's Flower.
Beautiful depiction of violence in that one.
Do you think violence can be beautiful?
It's just shown with a different sensibility to what we're used to. Maybe because the guy's European. You know how they are. It's different. It's cool, is all I'm saying.
Recognizing beauty in something ugly is a unique feature.
Doesn't pay the bills, though. Then again, I don't have bills to pay anyway.
You know movies. There is value in
There is value in that.
Yep. There's nothing better than a good movie. But we're still missing our tape. Hey, I think I found it. I messed up the title a little.
Yeah, a little.
Desire. Here it is. Isn't that the tape we're looking for?
Really? We're gonna have a fight over a videotape.
What?
Unless.
You like movies? Do you want to shoot an action movie? I think I'll wait till it comes out on VHS. Lights, camera, action! Crap! I need a hand over here!
Oh crap, didn't know he was here. Okay. Sorry about destroying some of that.
First, I hear a bunch of movie guns, and then everyone starts shooting. It all happens so fast.
Pickles, you shisty devil, you. I think I got hoodwinked.
Where is Pickles?
He ran out the back door.
Where will I find him?
I don't know. Homeless or not, you still have to give an address to get a membership card. Try the computer. Maybe you'll find something there.
Josh Pickles, Sticky Pickles and Sweeties. Gone with the Sprint. Advantages are really bad. Fat and dirty. Jade Street. Greasy. Yeah, sorry about that. Jade Street 3C. I wonder if that's the... Yeah, this were the different garages were highlighted, but I couldn't do anything to interact with them. Yeah, thanks.
Talk.
I overheard some torture porch had saying that they were running away from the cops and went through that video store. They had a wad of drug money on them and didn't want the cops taking it, so they hid it in one of the VHS cases.
Yep, I knew it.
Misheard the title, so I needed help.
Come on, Pickles.
That is not the kind of help I was willing to provide.
Come on, give me a break. I fucked up, I know. And I get that you're on a mission to save my life or something. With all that great advice of yours, diamonds are made under great pressure. I'm not a fucking diamond, okay? I'm a junkie. There's just one thing that I need right now.
Which is?
All I need right now is a fix. So, let me keep the money. You won't hear me asking about anything else.
Are you asking a police officer to leave you with money for nuke distribution?
I know you're a police officer first, but can't you be a friend this one fucking time?
This one time?
I am not doing this as a police officer.
That's a good answer.
I am doing it as a friend.
That's a good response.
Over the case.
You can't do this to me, man.
I just did.
Fuck you, Tin Man. I earned that money fair and square.
What? What? No, you didn't. Okay, so what do we got here? We got... What was that? And then that.
Greetings, citizen.
Ah, the best cop in the hood is back. How can I be of service?
I am here in regards to a few...
Again.
Oh, damn. What is wrong with this thing? I need to get that car down. God knows what might happen. Can you help me out with this? It's new and I don't know where I put the manual.
I will use the valve.
Alright.
Go on then. Let's see how it's done.
Is there more to look at? Doesn't look like it.
I thought you knew how to bring that car down. Can't be that hard.
Oh, jeez.
It doesn't start. Pop the hood.
This is what RoboCop
You know what
does.
the problem is?
Battery? This is the battery.
Spark plugs are not the main culprit. There is no power.
Well, if there's no power, it might be a bad battery, right?
Battery is fine, stable, above 12 volts.
That's one thing checked off then.
I detected an electric current inside the cooling tank. I recommend grounding it to fix the problem. I am sure that you knew about that already.
What? I mean, I would never miss such a thing.
Where would the last one be for a problem? That little wire.
The coil has been disconnected.
That would explain the car not starting. I'm guessing it's an easy fix.
Yeah, you're guessing. Also, where are you? Okay, I'll fix it then. That will be $500.
We're on the money. Well done, RoboCop. You are one serious Swiss Army man.
I am best at catching criminals. I should get back to it.
You said earlier you were looking for someone.
A biker. Have you repaired any motorcycles recently?
As a matter of fact, I did. This big chunky guy showed up, bald head.
Sounds like the leader of the Vultures. Spike.
Wasn't really warm and cuddly, but he paid cash in advance. So why would I refuse?
Do you know the whereabouts of this individual?
I don't, but he asked me if I do paint jobs too. then showed me a ripped-out page that had a tattoo design on it. He asked me to spray a mean-looking bird onto his gas tank.
They really
Why do you think the design was intended?
aren't smart criminals, are they?
The page he handed me had other graphics, which were clearly tattoo designs. And, as far as I remember, it had the
Low
address of a
profile,
tattoo
man.
parlor that's close by printed on the bottom of the page.
What was the design you sprayed onto his motorcycle?
It was some sort of bird, but I don't know what it's called. I'm not a botanist. But it had a bald head.
Come on.
Thank you for the information. Proceeding to the tattoo parlor.
Alright, can I go talk to the vagrant too? Or is that now closed off? I don't know. Might be. Maybe there's something up here on the computer. No. Of course not. Well, the vagrant ain't there no more, so. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I can't. I swear that's probably Terminator and versus RoboCop sound effect. I'm remembering it from. All right, the tattoo parlor, which walked by earlier. Question the tattoo artist. Hmm? What's going on here?
Murphy, could you give us a hand? It's gotten real ugly in there.
I guess. Oh, it's that guy who has his nose broken.
What happened?
Can you believe this? A bunch of repeat offenders came up with a bright idea to storm the courthouse. For some reason, they think that if they destroy it, their prior convictions will go away. They took hostages and are now demanding both a 6,000 SUX and a plane to Acapulco.
Acapulco is a war zone.
I don't think these guys follow the news. But I'm afraid that it may be too late to rescue the hostages if we wait for SWAT.
If they want to fly into a war zone, I have first-class tickets for them.
Yeah, we'll give this a try. And then we'll try and wrap up this area, and then I'll probably call the stream. Get back to it.
You think you can take us?
We're gonna have to have some repairs done, huh? Even with my engineering, huh? breach wall. So I need to get it in there. I'm going to assume that there's nothing up here yet. You never know.
Another minute, and I'll start shooting their heads off if they don't meet our demands soon. Hostages? The police? That's the problem, man. We're still waiting for the robotic representative.
Great, hostages, huh? Incriminating evidence. Oh, is there anything in here? I haven't been checking that. Do you leave a key card here? OCP card required. Okay, where's an OCP card at? So, all right. Oh. Derp, derp, derp. Where's that OCP card at? I see it highlighted, I don't see it anywhere though. Maybe it's marked there. Alright. What time is it? I actually might have to get going. So yeah, I'm actually gonna have to call it here, which means I'll probably have to reload and do this section a bit. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and do that then. Y'all have a good day. Take it easy. I might try to get back to this later. Maybe tomorrow. Just see how the rest of the day plays out. But I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, whether it's the day I'm playing this or any day in the future. Take it easy.